Tonight, you are going to open an app, swipe left, swipe right, and make a split-second judgment about a stranger based on 5 photos and a bio that says they love hiking. You will do this without thinking, without effort, as if the whole thing is completely normal. But that impulse, that primal need to evaluate, attract, and choose, is not modern at all. It is ancient, older than language, older than fire, and the real story of how your ancestors found a mate is far stranger than any algorithm could replicate. Forget candlelit dinners. Forget flowers. Forget pickup lines. For most of human history, finding a partner was a full-body, full-community, life-or-death performance. And the rules were nothing like what you have been told. Go back 200,000 years. Your ancestor wakes up in a small band of 30 to 50 people. Everyone knows everyone. There are no strangers. There are no first dates. There is no such thing as privacy. Every meal you eat, every injury you sustain, every decision you make, witnessed, evaluated, remembered. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar, who spent decades studying human group sizes and social cognition, found that our brains evolved specifically to track the reputations, relationships, and behaviors of roughly 150 people. Your ancestor was not choosing a mate from a profile. They were choosing from a living, breathing record they had been building for years. This matters more than you think, because attraction, back then, was not about a moment. It was about a pattern. Your ancestor watched. They watched who stayed calm under pressure, who shared food without being asked, who moved with confidence through the dark, who told stories that made the group laugh, who carried the sick child without complaint. These were not romantic gestures, these were survival signals, and your nervous system was wired from birth to read every single one of them. Psychologist David Buss spent 3 decades studying mate preferences across 37 cultures on 6 continents. What he found was not random. Across cultures, across centuries, across wildly different social structures, humans consistently valued the same core traits: kindness, intelligence, status within the group, physical health as a signal of genetic fitness. These preferences were not taught. They were inherited. They are running in your brain right now, today, whether you know it or not. But here is where it gets stranger. Because ancient mate selection was not a private affair. It was a public one. In most hunter-gatherer societies studied by anthropologists, courtship happened in full view of the community. Dances around fire. Competitive displays of strength and skill. Storytelling performances where the best narrator held the crowd in complete silence. Researcher Geoffrey Miller, in his work on the evolution of the human mind, argues that many of our most distinctly human traits, music, humor, art, language itself, emerged not just as tools for survival, but as courtship signals. Your ability to make someone laugh is not a personality quirk. It is an evolutionary advertisement. It is your brain broadcasting. I am creative. I am quick. I have cognitive resources to spare. Choose me. And the body was broadcasting too. Long before words, your ancestor read posture, gait, smell, the symmetry of a face, which research by biologist Randy Thornhill confirmed correlates with developmental stability. A body that grew without stress, without illness, without genetic disruption. You do not consciously calculate facial symmetry when you feel attracted to someone, but a deep, ancient part of your brain does. Every time, without asking your permission. Now think about what that means for you today. Every time you feel an inexplicable pull towards someone you just met, that is not magic. That is 200,000 years of pattern recognition running a background process you cannot see. Every time you feel nervous before a first impression, that is your ancient brain reminding you that how you perform in this moment could determine everything. Because for your ancestor, it could. Rejection was not just painful. It was dangerous. A small band with no other options, no next town to move to, no new pool of strangers to meet. Rejection meant staying inside the only social circle you had, carrying that wound publicly every single day. No wonder your body floods with cortisol at the thought of it. No wonder the fear of social judgment feels, sometimes, like a threat to your life, because once it was. But here is what the archaeological record also shows. Ancient humans were not purely calculating. Rock art found across southern Africa, estimated to be over 70,000 years old, includes depictions of paired figures. Early grave sites across Eurasia show two individuals buried together, side by side, sometimes clutching each other's hands in death. Paleontologist Brian Switek describes these findings as some of the most quietly devastating evidence of human emotional complexity. These were not strategic partnerships. These were bonds, real ones. Your ancestor wanted what you want, to be chosen, to matter to someone, to have one person in the group who, when the fire died down and the night got cold, moved closer to you instead of away. So the next time you open that app and feel the weight of that swipe, remember what it actually is. Your brain, built for a world of 30 people and firelight, suddenly navigating a planet of 8 billion strangers and glowing screens. The instincts are the same. The signals you are reading are the same. The fear of rejection is the same. The hope underneath it all is exactly the same. You are not doing something new when you search for a partner. You are doing the oldest thing your species has ever done. Standing at the edge of the fire, doing your best to be seen, and hoping, the way every human before you has hoped, that someone worth knowing is standing there looking back.